So, good morning. Hey, Sunny.
Hi.
Thank you for being on my show today.
Of course.
Okay, so did you know I have my own show?
You told me about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
when I intern here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to share with you guys. I interned here from September to December, and it was a really great experience. I had so much exposure to artists, to community service, but I wanted more exposure. So I went to my internship coordinator, Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. And I said, you know, I want more exposure. I want to be a personality. I want to be a host. So what do you think? Who should I go to? And she said you. And so I quickly walked out of her office. I came to the studio, and you were in total work mode. Like, you had your beats on, you had your MacBook. So I was nervous. And so I went back to her office, and I was like, I can't ask her to, you know, shadow her. She was like, you know, you can't let fear have more control over you than faith. Yeah. So that was really good. And I had to put my confident boots on, strap them up, and then come and introduce myself. So here we are today. Yeah. Thank you so much again. So I'm Ishalay here at WPGC Live with Sunni in the City. Okay, so how did you get the name Sunni in the City?
Well, I got the nickname Sunni a long time ago. I've been in radio for 13 years.
I know.
Just because, like, when I was an intern, I would come in a little early, and I would always be like, anybody needs coffee? Do you need breakfast? Do you need me to wash your car? What do you need me to do? And they would just always call me Sunny, Sunshine, like, oh, you're a light, morning, whatever. So once I got on air, I was like, oh, this is a cute nickname. It just kind of, like, took off from there. And I took the Sunni and the City as just, like, because in radio you move a lot, you go to different markets. I was like, it doesn't matter which city I'm in, or if I'm doing television or radio, I can always be Sunni and the City. So I trademarked it.
So it's and the city, not in the city.
No, it's and the city.
Okay.
And then I trademarked it, and I also made it my company. So basically, I own all the rights to Sunni and the City.
Okay, so that's great. Okay, so I had it Sunni in the City here, but it's Sunni and the City. So real quick, let's play a game.
Okay.
So I'll name a few guys, and I want you to tell me if you, if you stay here in the city. I know you like Washington, but it's nothing like a vacation. I know you just came from Miami. So real quick, Jeremy Meeks, would you go stay in the city with them, or would you go on a sunny vacation?
Wait, who?
Jeremy Meeks.
Who's that?
Remember the guy from who was posted on Facebook?
And
he was a convicted felon.
Okay.
But they said his mugshot was really handy.
Oh, he was hot. Okay. See, no, I wouldn't be anywhere where people know me with him because he's a criminal.
Yeah. And you have an audience, you have a platform. Okay. So what about Idris Elba?
Okay, see, everybody thinks he's really fine. I think he's just okay. Like, he's a good-looking guy.
Okay.
So
you'll stay in the city?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or would you just like...
Maybe we just have drinks.
Okay, so have a drink. Okay, and one more, Michael Ealy.
Oh, he's so... I've interviewed him a couple of times.
Oh, really?
He's so... just like really nice and genuine. Like, I love him as a person. And he's fine too.
He is.
Yeah, so whichever one.
If you're watching this,
we'll take Michael Ealy.
If you're watching this, Sunni and the City will take Michael Ealy.
He's married.
He's
married, yeah.
Okay. Girl. Well, if you wasn't married, Sunni would take you, and you would go on vacation or stay in the city.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure your audience would love to know if you're dating at the moment.
No. Ooh, okay.
Okay, so she's not.
No, I'm not. I do date. I just am not really dating anybody. It's so weird because people, like, I have a lot of guy friends, and especially like if we go out like clubs and stuff like that, you get like, you take pictures with a lot of people. But it's funny that, like, because people know that, like, on my social media, you never can really tell. Like,
I know.
Yeah, people try and figure it out and they can't.
I try.
Yeah, and because I post a lot of pictures with, like, all of my guy friends, gay, straight, you know, famous or not.
Right.
People can't figure it out.
Yeah.
So even if I was dating any of them, they would just be like, oh, that's just Sunni's friend.
Right.
You know, which I love, because I don't want people to, you know, I don't want somebody else to ruin it for me before I get a chance to, like, before we completely get into it. So, no, I'm not like, I date, but I'm definitely not in a relationship.
Okay. So she's dating, but nothing really serious right now. Okay, so you shared your story with me about how you started radio, and you located from Detroit to Miami to New York
to DC.
To DC. Now, what stood out to me was that you were on the go. Like, you took big moves. Those weren't easy transitions. Like, what were your thoughts throughout those times?
I honestly, like, thinking back now, just because, like, I'm more settled into everything right now. Here in DC, like, I bought a home, you know, all that. Like, I'm definitely not leaving. I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
Like, it was such a leap of faith, but I feel that if you don't take those risks, like, you will never get a reward. So I basically was like, listen, I was 26 at that time, and I was like, I'm 26, I have no children, no pets. I always say, no kids, no pets, no plants.
Right.
If I have to eat one, you know, chicken nugget meal a day, I can survive because I'm by myself and I'm not responsible for anybody else. So I said, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it now. And I just moved, and I just felt like a free bird, like, oh, whichever way the wind blows, I was going to go. And the way that it paid off, looking back at it, it's such a cliche to say. People always say that. When you look back and you realize it was the moment. But actually,
in that moment, you weren't thinking
I was
about
just like, I have to go. I'm gonna make it happen. So I just did, and I will never forget, because I drove by myself from Detroit to Miami.
What about the song that?
That's what
song came on the radio?
So this is like a moment I will never forget. So I was driving, and I stopped in like Tennessee or something, and I was getting gas, and it was hot, and I'm just sitting there, and Drake's song came on, and he said in the song, "Don't ever forget the moment you begin to doubt, transitioning from fitting in to standing out." So to me, that was like a aha moment. That was my moment. Because I said, one day I'm going to look at this moment, because honestly right now, I'm scared as hell. But one day I'm going to look back and say, that was the moment that changed everything for you. And it did.
And so sometimes you just have to take that leap.
You have to. Especially if you're in your 20s. Like your 20s, I tell everybody all the time, like interns or new hires or whoever, like your 20s are for your struggle. Like you will be poor, you will sleep on your friend's couch, you will be broke, you will not have money, and you will be grinding. And that's what it is. You can't let social media and other people's Instagram tell you that they're doing it way bigger than you. Like, you have to completely focus on yourself, and it'll work out if you work hard enough.
So definitely, you know, to me, I'm 22. So we just have to understand.
You're in the beginning stages. And I'm going to tell you this right now. When you turn 32, you look back at this moment and you'll say, dang, I knew it.
Yes.
That was just the beginning.
Inspiration from Sunni. Okay, so thank you so much for that, because I really feel like because social media is here, we think that we're supposed to have it figured out.
You're not.
Because we look at other people like, how did they get a Louis Vuitton person on working my butt off? So
that's what I'm saying. Like, perception is everything on social media, and I think before social media, when I first started radio, there was no social media. So to us, it was like music videos and things like that. So once I actually started working in radio and I met the artists and I really understood how the music industry works, knowing that those things are rented, those things are not real, they don't own that, it made me look at artists as just like a regular human being. Like, I would never talk to an artist, and, you know, and they come at me on some like, oh, I have money, and I'll literally, like, I'll tell you, like, oh, well, you know, I do know that you sold this much, and I know you only get like this much %, so you really like ain't balling like that. So I'm gonna break it down. So humble yourself. So stuff like that. So once you understand now, social media is the same way. Like, you see these things, and you have to completely understand a lot of this stuff is not real, and you can't let that, you know,
define anything about
well, you can't let that influence how you think, because it'll definitely make you feel a certain way. You'll feel like, oh, well, she's 21 and she's got this, or she's doing that. Don't worry about that. You'll be fine.
Okay, so a few things. You wear different hats, okay? Philanthropist, Detroit Lions. I saw you had that hat on, even though you guys lost in the first round playoffs.
I gotta say all that.
And also television. Tell me, how is television treating you? I saw you on Fox.
Yeah.
How is that?
I've always wanted to transition a little bit. Like, I'll always do radio. Radio is my love. It's my #1. But I always wanted to do little stuff here and there in television. So I'm doing stuff with Fox 5. So we'll see where it goes. It's just the beginning of the year. So, you know, we'll make it happen. But it's fun.
Okay, so the philanthropy. You were involved with many different charities. Do you think you'll ever start your own charity?
I think eventually, because that stuff does take time. It takes, you know, when I do it, I want to do it right. I think that right now I have a really great platform to just help as much as I can, because a lot of times I don't have to do much aside from show up or encourage other people to donate or raise money. That's easier than actually like doing the logistics and putting every single piece together. So when people invite me to certain things, even if I do like 2 or 3 charities per month, it's awesome because I can help you raise money, I can show up, we can do this, and I don't have to actually do the logistics. Right. That's a lot of work.
It is.
Yeah. So eventually, like down the line, you know, when I'm a little older, you know, more, I don't want to say settled, but like, you know, more comfortable in that world, I'll definitely end up doing something.
Okay, and let me know, because when I came here, when I started interning here, that's when I was introduced to charity.
Yeah.
And so I actually went like several times and volunteered. And so I feel like you were really a platform for that. And so, you know, if you do get involved in that, I would love to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
If you know.
It's a DC thing.
Yeah.
And people in DC, there's no place in the world that does more charity than DC, because it's just such like a part of the culture. And when I moved here, I remember like the first year I was just out partying a lot because I was just meeting everyone, and I remember I won like the socialite of the year or something like that. And I remember seeing it and I was like, okay, but I want to really be a philanthropist. It was just one of those like, it's a part of the DC culture, and you can't help but be inspired and want to help, because every happy hour here is money going towards this. You do this, like it's so amazing, and people here are just so dedicated to you know, the less fortunate, and I'm just happy to be part of it.
Yeah, and I think sometimes too, I know for me, like I know what it feels like to not have anything. And so I feel like my heart jumps there before I even get there, and I want to be involved.
But that's the people that get the most are the people who didn't have anything growing up. So we know exactly what it's like, and it's a little closer to our hearts. I would say than other people, but you know.
Okay, so you are a Ciroc girl. How did that endorsement happen there?
So I've been a Ciroc girl for 3 years now. Basically, like when I first moved here, Big Tigger just kind of like took me under his wing. He's a Ciroc boy. And we just kind of like used to hang out, and he would always just call me a Ciroc girl like the next day, like, oh, Sunny hung out with us, she was a Ciroc girl. But Grey Goose was trying to sign different ambassadors in the district, and you know, my friends over at Ciroc were like, okay, well, we got to get you before they do. And since I was already like kind of promoting the brand.
Did you tell them about Grey Goose?
Yeah, I was like, okay, which one?
right, which one do I do?
Yeah, you know, it just kind of happened, and my friend Gary, he was here during that time, and he kind of like helped it all go further. So
so can I tell you how it went in my head? Like I feel like P. Diddy called you because you do have a huge audience and platform, and you are with people like T.I. and stuff like that, and so I feel like he called you up and said, Diddy, you know, Sunny, and you're like, yeah, who's this? And he's like, Diddy, like Sean Combs Diddy, yeah. And so you're like, do you want to be a Ciroc girl? And you know, who wouldn't take that deal, especially from P. Diddy? And so you're in your range, and you're like, yeah, cool, just send me everything, and I'll sign up and be that.
Okay, so it didn't happen like that.
It didn't happen like that, but that would totally be cool.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to, you know, say that I think being a Ciroc girl is really awesome.
It's fun. It's just, you know, it's a great brand, and we do a lot of great events here. We have Ciroc Week 2015 coming up. I mean, we do it every year, but it happens in May. That's coming up, and it's always exciting, and it's fun.
Okay. All right. So as someone with a huge audience and platform and a voice, I follow your Instagram, and through your Instagram I've seen like tattoos that I didn't know about. I've seen you with your friends in the club, Ciroc drinks being poured, and I feel like you're really true to yourself. Do you ever feel like there's a time where you cannot be true to yourself?
No, I don't feel that way. Okay. I do definitely, I'm a little more, I think, toned down. Not even on Instagram, because I just kind of joined a couple years ago. But even on Twitter, like in real life, I curse a lot.
Right.
And too, yeah, and then on Twitter, I have way more followers than on Instagram, because we're very involved in Twitter. Yeah. You know, discussions and all that, and sometimes I forget who follows me, and I have to realize that, you know, it's like all these news anchors and corporate people, and there's like a senator that follows me. You know, all these people that follow me, and you know, if I'm, you know, saying something on fleek, what, you know, it's like,
they would say,
you have to realize that not everything's for everybody, but you know, so I kind of, but I'm always true to myself. Even stuff I post, why not, like, I'm just a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can post my tattoos. Everybody knows I have tattoos. Everybody knows I'm a smart girl. I'm gonna drink. I don't try to hide that part. Like, I can't be like Miss Goody Two Shoes. But I'm really not. So, you know, I kind of have it like, take me as I am type of thing. But I definitely don't like cross the line. Like, I'm not inappropriate. Like, you won't see booty shots, pictures, or like inappropriate stuff that I just don't think no women should post. You know, bikini's fine if you're on the beach, but you know, girl, tone down. You know, but aside from that,
no
like,
thirst traps.
Yeah, thirst trap. But you know, there's like a few you can do like a really nice one. But some there's you know, we already know those girls. It's cool. Like, I just post whatever I want. But I definitely keep that in mind a little. Like, you do know that like there's ways of people that follow you.
Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, be true to yourself. Oh, so I think that I'm gonna start over. Okay. I think that it's important to be true to yourself. Right now, like I said, I'm 22 and I'm finding myself, and so many people think I should have it figured out. And like on my Instagram page, I'm so true to myself that I think people try to label me, and I just have to remind myself, like, be true to me. If I'm happy, you know, then that's all that matters. But even if you have a career, you should still watch which overstepping certain boundaries.
You should be mindful.
Yeah, be mindful of.
But it's all things. You know. I have to. To me, I'm in the entertainment industry, so it's completely different from, let's say, someone who has, you know, a government job or something like that. So as long as you understand your boundaries, and it's all fun. You know, as long as you keep it, you know, keep it cool.
PG, right. Okay. So I'm Ishalay here, and you have just watched the Ishalay Show. We are live in WPGC Studios with Sunni and the City. Not in the city. And the City. Follow me on Instagram at TheIshalayShow, and Sunni on Instagram at Sunni on Air. And what's your Twitter?
Sunni and the City.
And do you have Facebook?
I don't use my Facebook. Okay,
so no Facebook. And we want you to know to be true to you. It's okay to be true to you.
It's always good to be true to yourself.
Okay, so thank you for watching and tune in.
Yo, I wanna take you on a journey to feel my vibe. Hip-hop, dance, whatever is feeling right. Cause music's like my only gateway to freedom. Keeps my mind alive without needing to be eating. It's like food for thought without needing to be scheming. And I'm leaning to the mindset that to me it's like breathing, eh.